Hey, Cardinal fans, we're back for another edition of Heart of the Cardinal, our podcast series highlighting the life and the journey of Ball State student athletes and coaches. Chris Radican, our football radio analyst, Mick Tudor with you here. Chris, today's episode, very engaging one. Ashton Whitner, transfer player in for Ball State football, and Coach Harmon also joins us.
Yeah, and Ashton had a great story of where he came from and how he got here. And Coach Harmon, who's going to, control the quarterback game. He's going to be coaching our quarterbacks, Kyle Kelly and Walter Taylor and Aiden Leffler, and whoever else plays for us this year. So we're excited to hear from him as well.
Really cool story how Coach Harmon got to Ball State as well. That is a fantastic story, how he knows Coach U, how that developed, and then Ashton getting his feet wet here for Ball State football. That is all coming up next on this edition of Heart of the Cardinal.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now at Gainbridge.io.
Joining us here today is quarterbacks coach from Ball State football, Coach Harmon. Coach, we appreciate your time and welcome to Months. We haven't had a chance to formally introduce you yet.
I'm excited to be here. It's a great day to be a Cardinal every day.
Absolutely.
Amen.
And when you look at being a Ball State Cardinal, it's kind of been a whirlwind for you guys and the staff. Of course, Coach, a lot of the coaches know each other from past times, but from December to today as we record this, what's it been like being a Ball State Cardinal?
It's been a whirlwind. To be honest with you, my family's still in Chicago. They don't move for 2 weeks. My son's got school for a couple more weeks. He's a freshman. So that family part's been a little wild going back and forth because obviously as a freshman, he played basketball and then baseball this spring. So and trekking, I got 3 daughters to go see that. That part's been wild.
Yeah.
Just to stay on top of that as a dad, which is number one to me. So then the football side, just coming in as a new staff, as you know, we all know each other. In some way we've been connected in our courses of coaching. And so that part was easy, then learning the team and then learning what we can do and how we're going to do it and how to attack it every day. And then as we all know, the scope of college football changes daily, it feels like. So
yeah, it does.
All that's been a whirlwind a little bit.
Absolutely.
So since you've gotten here and gotten to know, obviously all you coaches, you guys all knew each other. When we've talked with Coach U and Ray Smith and about that, but you guys all know.
Story about Ray. I know Ray was just in here.
Oh, yeah,
Ray just got back from spring recruiting, and we haven't seen each other. We've been different places, right? And we come back in, and he shows me this notebook, and it's from the Mid-States Football Association when we coached at St. Francis, and it looks like a football. It's got the texture of it and all. And he's like, you gave me this in like 2000, I don't know, 6, 7. I go, no, I didn't. You're lying. And then it looks, there's my name. So there's just like there's stories like that throughout the office all the time that we can just go back to.
The way you guys are all connected is so special and unique, and I think it's going to bring a great dynamic to this program going forward because you guys, like I said, we talked to Coach U, everybody talks the same, everybody thinks the same, you're all on the same page, so that's going to be a huge benefit going forward, right?
A huge benefit. just not just offense and defense. Everybody knows each other's family. And when you say the word family, truly everybody knows each other in there. And, when you go into a football meeting, and we were just in one offensively with Coach U, he knew what I was thinking. I knew what he was thinking. We knew what other guys in the room were thinking. And it's just like, oh, that's how we're going to get to this point. You know?
Because usually a staff in college, when it turns over like that, everybody's coming from different corners of the earth, and everybody's got to get trained on what are you going to call this formation? What are you going to call this personnel grouping? What are you going to call this, this running back alignment? Is it shotgun? Is it pistol? Is it, offset, whatever?
Yeah, we completely skipped that stage.
Right.
We completely skipped that stage and jumped into like where we're going to go with this. Not like how we're going to do it, where we're going to go.
Yeah, you guys started a book and you start on chapter 4, right?
100%, maybe further along, but yeah.
Yeah. So, but since you came in, and you got to skip all that stuff and get to know the kids immediately. You guys were in the weight room. You guys were in the workout sessions, getting to know those guys. What's been a really shining moment for you with your quarterbacks and how you're going through that process?
They're really smart and they really work hard.
Good.
They really work hard. They go out and, if they're deficient in something someday, everybody's not perfect all the time. They're going to fix it the next day. And they work to do that. And they come to meet with you extra. They all want to be great. And that's different for all of them, but they all want to be great and they work hard and they care about it. And they're fun to be around. They're good kids.
Yeah.
They're fun to be around. They work hard, and they're good at football. So that makes it fun to coach them, you know?
And Kelly is such a special kid. I mean, the fact that we got him back is such a blessing.
He's a great kid, man. From the first time I met him, I remember we're getting ready. It's the day before we're going to have our first team meeting, and this guy walks up and goes, I think that's him right there, right? I hadn't seen him, you know. And we introduced him, and it's just like, wow, this guy's a great kid. Man, he's a great guy, and he's fun to coach, and he challenges himself every day. He asks great questions in the meeting room, and he really wants to exceed. And he had a great spring for us. He had a great spring, and happy how he came out of that. And it's fun to coach him every day, and he challenged him every day because he loves to be challenged and thinks he can win at everything, you know.
That's great. And I was probably at 20 practices last year, and then I saw 4 of your spring ball practices, and I saw a lot of improvement out of all of them. I'm talking about Derrer and Leffler, and I just now getting to see the Taylor kid,
they all had great springs. They
did.
They really had a really good spring. I was really happy where we came out in the quarterback room.
Good.
A lot of capable guys in that room.
When you look at all their different skill sets too, as you're coaching them, how do you make sure that you are working with each of them within their skill sets to make them better quarterbacks for this Ball State team?
Well, ultimately, it's what you're going to do offensively and what you're going to do individually with each of those when they're in there. But ultimately, you know, each day when you watch film or you're in practice, each drill is different, right? You're trying to accomplish different things. And some of the guys, sometimes you're doing a drill that's going to help Walt. Like Walt needs to do this drill this day, and so we're going to do this one. But it's also helping Kyle, right? It helps them all, or Aiden, and so on and so forth. So you're looking at them each day, and then you're watching. I mean, you got so much film. You're watching all the film, and then you're watching the film with them, and like, hey, your foot needs to be here, your eye needs to be here. This is what you need to do on this play, and you know, for each and every one of them, that you can break that down so much each play.
Coach Harmon, let's go all the way to the back, all the way to the beginning. We're going to talk football, we're going to talk life, but all the way to the beginning, what got you into coaching football?
My high school football coach, I played for a guy named Bob Shannon. He was a legendary head coach at East St. Louis in Illinois, and he left there and he came to Alton. And to be truthful with you, I didn't know if I was going to play. That would have been my junior year, and he kind of changed the course of where I was going to go in life. Like, school wasn't important to me at that point, and he made it important, and like, hey, you got to do this to go play college, and so like, so on and so forth. And then I was able to go to Northern Illinois and play for Joe Novak, and then it was just like, this is what I want to do. This is what I want to do. I want to help somebody like I was helped.
What kind of offense did you guys run in high school?
Oh, wing tee.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we were a wing tee.
Sir,
but we threw it a lot out of it. I could actually throw it back.
So you threw a lot of waggle and all that?
Yeah, all that waggle stuff and
Yeah.
that. Then maybe once in a while I checked a few plays.
What's your favorite play in the wing tee?
I
If you're watching a wing tee game, you're like,
like the double reverse.
the crisscross?
Yeah, the crisscross.
Yeah,
I like
sure.
Yeah, that's a fun one.
that is a good one.
Yeah.
I'm a belly and veer guy.
Yeah.
When you said you knew you wanted to coach at that point, was there a specific moment, or was it just a culmination of over time?
Kinda.
Hey, this is what I want to do.
I couldn't see myself not doing it. Like, the game's given me so much. I want to give back to the game. I mean, athletics have been a part of what I've enjoyed my whole life. So.
Absolutely.
Love it. What do you do to get away? Because we talked to Coach Yu, and he went to the race this weekend. I don't know if you went with him.
No, I did not. I have 4 kids. Okay. I have a freshman. I have a 6th grader. I have a 3rd grader and a 1st grader. So they are involved in soccer and baseball right now. So I think I went to 6 soccer games and 3 baseball games this weekend. So when I get away, I chase kids, and then the summer, you know, it's a big baseball time to go with my son.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Any big tournaments this summer?
There's a lot of them. I can't. My wife has Google Calendar, and I look on Friday where I'm going. That's what I look at.
What position does he play?
He's a first baseman.
Gotcha.
He's more of a hitter.
Okay.
Yep.
Lefty or righty?
He's a lefty. His
Nice.
grandfather did that to him. I wasn't happy about it when he was young, but
It's a good move.
He was a smart man. He was a
good
smart
move.
man.
This is a good move. Have you learned soccer formations?
Have I? No. Formations? No. My wife, she can't sit next to me. I talk too much during the game. I don't understand why, football, you're always running to the ball. I'm like, well, why aren't they running to the ball?
Running away from the goal.
Yeah. Why are they doing that? The ball's on the left. Well, she can go help. I mean, why can't, yeah.
Right. Tackle. Everybody swarms to go tackle.
I will have to admit, I do get excited when my daughter hits somebody pretty hard and tackle. I'm like, well, that's right up my alley right there.
Yeah, that's the football coming out. From a quarterback standpoint, what's your favorite part about coaching quarterbacks?
I like that we have the ball every time. We decide where it's going to go and how we're going to do it. I like that fact. I like coaching the quarterback that, hey, this is the most important thing we have, right? This is what we're going to do. If we're going to win, we got to have it at the end, and we got to cross the goal line with it, right? And to teach them the small, fine points of offense and defense of like, hey, this is why we're doing this. I like to answer the why question for them so they can understand. And I think they want to hear that. You know, when I played, you would never ask your coach why. Now you do, and I enjoy that.
What got you to be a quarterback?
I was in 7th grade, and I played center and linebacker. And then 8th grade, when I played, I think they were trying out for quarterback. I got no clue. And we were all running routes, and this one kid was throwing us the ball, and he was not doing very good. And I was throwing it really well back, and I was a baseball player, so I knew how to throw a ball. And the next thing you know, it all went from there. So
awesome. Okay. How fast did you throw baseball? Did you ever get clocked?
I was a catcher, so I never clocked it.
Okay. Something you said about the kids asking why, didn't do it back then. For you, you love when they ask why because you can start to break things down with them. Is that something that helps when you're watching film with a player?
I like to explain the why. Like, this is why we're running this play. This is why we're reading this guy. This is how we're going to put this guy in conflict on this play, right? This is the point of the play, right? It's not just, hey, go out there and run this, you know?
How would you say that you've grown the most as a coach over your time?
I think the most you grow as coaches, I mean, you never stop, right? But you just want to keep getting more detailed in what you do, right? And as the older you get in coaching, the younger I was, I wanted to have a million plays and have like, we got to do all this and this and that. But you just got to be good at what you do and know what you're doing, very detailed.
Coach, you had said something when we talked with him. He said sometimes you walk away wondering why you have all these plays on the play sheet. It sounds like you're the same way. It's like, let's just pick plays. Let's do it well.
When we were younger coaching together, he used to get on me because I was the guy one night. Hey, we need like 20 more plays on this thing. And you don't like, so you get back and you'll look at a call sheet like, hey, we didn't use that play. We didn't use that play. We didn't use that play.
Well, you always do that. You have 78, plays, and you got a John Gruden play sheet, and you put it up, it's huge. And you get to the end of the game, we only ran 5 things the whole game, and as the game went on, you really only ran a couple. So,
because the bottom line is you're going to do whatever it takes to win.
That's right.
Somebody asks you like, hey, what are you going to run on offense? What are you going to do? Whatever it takes to win, right?
That's right.
That's what every coach will tell you.
Yeah.
If you could run quarterback sneak every play and you win, that'd be great, right?
Yeah.
Do it.
And you coached at 2 really successful high school programs in the Chicagoland area in the western suburbs there.
I did.
Benet and Batavia, right?
Bennett.
Bennett. I thought it was
Everybody calls it's a joke in my family because my son goes there right now that somebody goes, does your son go to Benet? But it's Bennett. But I helped out there the 2 years at Batavia. I helped out there. I lived in that town and I helped out there. And then at Bennett the last year I was out there.
Batavia had some really good runs while you were there.
Oh, it's a great program in Illinois.
Big school.
Yeah, big school. Yep.
Yeah, way out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Bennett, they play off-site, right? They don't play at school.
They play at a high school. We played at college.
College at DuPage?
No, Benedictine.
Gotcha.
And then they played at college at DuPage, I think, before I got there. Maybe.
I know we played Noblesville a couple years ago, and their film was from. They played Bennett. So
I wasn't there, so I wouldn't know. Yeah. I try to stay a little bit in a tunnel and all that.
What was your favorite part about coaching high school football?
Football's football.
Yeah.
Football's football. Plays are plays, right? Kids are kids. It's just you're getting them at a different time of development, right? So you talk about having a big play sheet. That thing was really small for them. It was really small, and it was a chance to catch them and develop them at a different time. And then also I had a chance to be involved with my son, which is fun. So,
yeah, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
How pumped are you to be back in Maction?
Awesome. It's, my first Maction experience was in 2014. I remember, a coach's family gets trained to your schedule, right? The coach's schedule. So I remember, me and my wife wake up, hey, it's game day. And I'm like, yeah, it's game day. And she went, and she just thought it was Saturday. She was, oh no, the kids got to school and stuff just started throwing around the house. She got completely confused because she was like, hey, it's game day,
Yeah.
So, do you remember who that opponent was?
No, I don't.
No?
That was
Okay.
too many kids ago. I don't, too many chasing kids around.
Favorite Maction memory?
There was a point that I think in 14 and 15 we hadn't lost a Maction game. No, 15 we lost one at Northern, but I think there's a couple times that we clinched the MAC West and Maction that were a lot of fun. Yeah.
Will you be upstairs or downstairs?
Upstairs.
Okay.
Unless I'm told different.
So you've been I got you. What's your favorite press box to go to in the MAC?
In the MAC?
Yes.
This one, actually.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I like
Okay.
this one from the last time I was in it. Now that would have been 2018, but
It's still the same.
I thought
Yeah.
it was nice. Yeah. And
Yeah.
unless any of the others changed, it was nice. Now, when I was at GA, Western Michigan had a nice buffet right outside the door. That was pretty good.
Yeah, that's the way to go. What do you think of the new field, the new turf?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
It looks beautiful, man. Excited to use it.
Yeah, I love the color scheme.
Yeah, the black end zones
Yeah.
make it. They
Black
really
end
does.
zones do make it.
I kind of miss the Dancing Charlie, but that's a
You sound
different
like
podcast.
my kids say that.
That's a
They love that
different-
dance,
yeah.
Charlie. Yeah.
We revisit that one.
Coach, looking at your coaching career, how would you describe what this journey has been like?
Amazing. It's been amazing. Obviously, it started a long time ago and linked up with Coach U in 05, right? In the January of 05. And then it's gone since then and got to go a lot of different places, get to see a lot, get to learn a lot. And it's just an opportunity to go help kids and coach a game you love, man. It's awesome.
You remember the first time you met Coach U? You mentioned 2005. Do you remember that first one?
The first time I met Coach U was at a camp at Northern because he GA'd there and then I GA'd there and he came back and worked camp and I was the GA, so I was really working camp. He was just coaching a little bit. So yeah, I think I was doing dorm checks or something and got to know him through all those things, and then it just gravitated through that. And then I remember he told me the story, right? Because a guy hires you and then they tell you how it all went down. And I was GAing for Sam Pittman, who's now the head coach at Arkansas, and Sam and Mike were at a wedding, and Mike said he needed an offensive coordinator, and Sam essentially gave him me, and then it went from there. He goes, "Oh yeah, Craig," and then next thing you know, I was in Joliet, Illinois. So
How was it the process of getting the Ball State position that you're in now? I'm sure when Coach gets hired, he's assembling a staff, but what was that conversation like?
pretty easy.
Yeah.
When Mike got the job, I kind of told my wife he's going to call and we're going to go, because we were, to be truthful, and all cards on the table. I was out. On my own accord, I was going to be a dad, and I was done. We essentially bought our forever home, and it was over. And yeah, that was not good with my wife. And it was over, and I said, and we both said, there's only one person that would get us back in this, and it was Mike. So
It was Coach Uremovich, and here
Yeah.
you sit.
yeah,
It all
100%.
happens for a reason, though, right?
100%.
Like,
and it's been amazing.
Yeah.
And I would never want it another way.
Awesome.
If I was a genie and I could just rub the lamp and give you one wish for this season, don't say a national championship. Just tell me, what would it be?
For us to play to the best of our ability.
There you go.
Every play.
That's what I'm talking
Our
about.
kid to do that,
Yeah.
that's the bottom line. We do that, everything else will take care of
Yeah,
itself.
exactly.
Everything else. So that would be my wish. And then all those other things will happen.
Coach, what's the first play against Purdue?
You have to ask Coach you that. That's not my job.
I asked last year's OC every week. He would never tell me.
That's Coach U's job. He handles that one.
Okay.
You ask him.
You're going to get into some trouble here.
That's what I did.
Coach, before we let you go, how excited are you for the next couple of months just to get this group, now that you're going to have everybody together? Everybody from the portal, everybody's now together. You're going to start June, July, have the August push. How excited are you to get this group together finally and be able to attack this?
You're more excited than I was in January, and I was really excited in January because there's no more get to know them. They know what we expect, right? And we know what we're kind of getting from them, and we have to develop out of them. They know the systems better, and we can take the next step. So that's exciting to keep continuing to take steps.
Awesome, Coach. We appreciate your time here on Heart of the Cardinal podcast. Good luck this year, and welcome officially to Muncie, even though you've been here since December. Appreciate you.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
Thanks, Coach.
Yep. Thanks.
Sometimes it's not the moment. It's the moment before the moment. The moment you make a choice. The moment you take control. The moment only you can own. Gainbridge lets you invest on your terms. So you're not only in charge of this moment, but all the moments to come. Start investing now at Gainbridge.io.
Heart of the Cardinal, and today we have another guest from Ball State football, Ashton Whitner, joining us. Ashton, really appreciate your time, and thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
What's it been like for you so far? First year as a Ball State Cardinal?
It's been great. I've been here for 6 months, so just been adjusting and getting used to everything out here in Muncie.
We got to see you for the first time in spring ball. What was that like to put on the Cardinal white uniform and get ready for that?
It felt good, being able to practice with new teammates and be able to bond with everybody and just build a relationship with everybody in the building.
Ashton, you transferred from Old Dominion. How's the system that we run here, that Coach Knowles is going to run here, compared to what you ran down there at ODU?
So at ODU, we ran mainly just a 3-high defense. So here at Ball State, we run 3-high, 2-high.
Right.
So it's more schemes that I'll be put in and different positions that I'll be put in to make a lot more plays and better plays this season.
Right, and you're a bigger DB, as far as I see it. You know what I mean? You're got a little bit more build to you. So do you attack physically? Is that where you're going to be your calling card, or how do you feel?
Yes, sir. I feel like the position they got me playing, I can be a very physical guy in this defense, and I can be in the secondary and help with the pass game also.
Good. And you play for Coach Smith, right?
Yes, Coach Moss.
Oh, Coach Moss. Jay, I'm sorry. Yeah, we had him on last week, so he's great.
Yes, sir.
So, So
what have you learned most from Coach?
What I've learned most from my coach is just a lot of technique and down the distances of the game and different schemes and just different positions that I can be put in to make different plays and things like that.
What's your favorite thing to do on defense at your position?
Just attacking the ball. That's really it for me, honestly.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you taking on blocks and block destruction? How do you feel you are right now? If you had to grade yourself,
I'll probably give myself an A.
There you go.
Yeah, I got to work on some block destruction, but I'm getting there though.
Okay.
It just takes a lot of work.
Do you enjoy the physical brand of that position?
Yes, sir. I definitely do.
Good.
When you came from Old Dominion, joined Ball State, what jumped out to you about being a Ball State Cardinal?
Okay, so the first time I entered the portal, I came on a visit to Ball State. I was kind of shy about it, but then I went to Old Dominion, entered the portal again, had another chance to come, and I just felt like it was going to be the best choice for me, so I just went with it right there.
Mm-hmm. What's it been like to learn from Coach U, being a first-year coach with Ball State? You're coming in for your first year. How have you two been able to be on the same page along with what your plan is?
I feel like Coach Hughes, he's definitely came in and turned the program around from what I've seen in the previous years at Ball State, and I just feel like with Coach U coming from Butler and a winning program like that with him being our leader and showing us what to do, we'll have a great season this upcoming fall.
What do you think you learn most about yourself? It could be either as a football player or as a person when you were at Old Dominion.
I learned how physical I could be coming out of my freshman season to where I really didn't play as much. But at Old Dominion, my first year, I kind of came in. I was very physical and earned some playing time that year.
Good. And did you feel like you've been pressed to be a more physical football player since you've been on this campus,
yes,
in this
sir.
program?
Most definitely, especially with Coach Moss. He's very big on block destruction and being very physical. So I feel like him being my coach, he's helping me a lot with that. Okay.
And had you ever kind of played the sniper position, or were you more of a safety type kid?
Yeah, I was more of a safety type kid at Old Dominion and my first school, Georgia Southern. But I feel like me playing the sniper role, it kind of fits my physicality and the role that I'm built for to play in.
Good. You like playing the run or the pass more?
Honestly, I know it might sound kind of weird, but I like playing the pass more just because I like the turnovers and the interceptions. Yes, sir.
Yeah, getting that pick six.
Yeah.
Breaking up the band, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
The pride of Mid-America.
Yes, sir.
Get the band rolling. Ashton, how did you get introduced to football?
My dad at 6 years old, he's always been big on me about playing football and
because he played 1 year in high school, so I guess he just liked football and like watching us play and supporting us and coming to our games a lot. So he's just been very big on me since I was 6, and he's just the reason I've been playing football.
I love it. Did you play any other sports growing up?
Yeah, I did wrestling in elementary and middle school, played baseball, basketball.
Which one's your favorite?
I would say coming up, basketball is probably my favorite, but now I'm more of like football.
Okay.
Sure.
What position in basketball?
I was the big man, actually.
All right.
In wrestling, did any of that translate to football?
I would definitely say it did for sure, because with football, you got to be very physical. Wrestling, very physical. Wrestling is just more of like, it's just a one-on-one football tackling thing. I don't really know how to explain it. It's kind of something like that.
There's a huge translation from wrestling to football with the leverage and the footwork and things like that. What do you do in your free time? What do you like to do?
I just like to listen to music. I'm a grill expert, so me and some of my teammates were on the grill yesterday.
What was the meat of choice yesterday?
We had burgers and hot dogs.
Love it.
And then we had some baked beans. Yes, sir.
All right. All right.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to cook?
I'll probably say burgers.
Okay. Good choice.
Okay.
Good choice. Music. You said you love to listen to music. Who's your favorite artist right now?
I'm probably go with Lil Baby.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you had to name top 3 favorites right now.
Rallo Rodriguez, Mazio Murder, and Lil Baby for sure.
Okay. Pre-game playlist. Do you have a certain amount of songs, or do you still go through artists?
Yeah, I just go through. I got a playlist, but it got different artists on it that I go through. And yeah, I just do it like that.
Love it.
Do you have any pre-game traditions or superstitions that you have to follow, or something you wear, anything like that?
I try to wear my necklace with my daughter on it about every game, but yeah, that's pretty much it though.
Okay. And what do you like to eat before a game?
Pasta, chicken.
Okay.
So.
Like to load up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love it. Not any of your burgers that you made.
Burger for you.
You mentioned your daughter.
Yes,
What's
sir.
it like to have a daughter and play collegiate football?
It's very amazing. Like just seeing her be able to being able to come to my games and support me, and just watching me be a leader for her and just being a great dad.
What was it like for you when you found out you were going to be a dad?
I ain't gonna lie, it was very stressful because I was a freshman when I found out. But over the years, I've got used to it, and I'm starting to like it.
So you're going to be in the stands on August 30th at Purdue?
Yes, sir.
Love it.
Love it. It's the greatest job in the world.
I know, right? Yes, sir.
You'll never have a better job. Trust me. So,
Ashton, what's something maybe that most people might not know about you that's a fun fact?
I'm very good at landscaping. Yeah, so
that would not have been on my list.
Yeah. So this summer while I was at home, I started building my mom a fire pit. Yeah, so I've been really getting into landscaping a lot more, and that's just been like another hobby that I've been doing.
Outstanding.
Landscaping, cooking.
This guy can do it all. Probably
Probably
change diapers too.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can do it all.
Make some mac and cheese for his kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ashton, when you look at what the summertime is for Ball State football, it's a pivotal time because everybody's back on campus for the first time. Everybody's together. The portal's closed. People are on the team. These last couple of months before you get ready for the football season, how do you see this team attacking June and July and August to get ready for the end of the August and start off against Purdue?
I just see us working every day, day in and day out. And especially with what we went through today, I feel like if we just keep doing things like that, then we'll have a great upcoming fall this year. So
as we're recording, this is day 2 of you guys being back from reporting. It was a pretty heavy day too.
Yeah, heavy day too.
And the weather changed for you.
Yeah, I know, right? Feel like that down south weather right now.
Oh, yeah. It'll never match that day. It'll get hot, but not like that.
Yeah.
Well, Ashton, we really appreciate you joining us here on Heart of the Cardinal. Best of luck, and we're happy you're here at Ball State.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks, Ashton.
Thank you.